This is a backpack from a very new brand that is called Almond, and this actually is a proto or pre-production unit, so it's not the final version. Moreover, I'm not using this in its, let's say, intended use. I would say this is more in line of a carry-on one-bag travel backpack, but I will use this as an everyday carry backpack for all of my work items. Therefore, this is not a review. This is a quick look and just my initial thoughts about this bag, because as I said, pre-production unit, and I'm not using it for traveling because I don't travel at the moment, unfortunately. But I filled it up to the brim with all of my gear for work. Unfortunately, while testing this bag, I got sick and I still have a bit of a cold, I'm coughing, so I wasn't able to film as much A-roll and B-roll whilst being outside of my home in the office. That is why I'm now filming everything at home, and also I'm still under the weather, so I might forget a couple of things, so please excuse that. So yeah, again, quick look, sorry about my voice and my stuffy nose, and let's go into what I liked and disliked about this bag. Alright, this is the Almond Oak Expandable Travel Backpack. This is a 25 plus 5 liter capacity backpack that is actually very lightweight with around, I think it was 780 grams of empty weight. And I can definitely tell that this is a very lightweight backpack that still is very well made and has a couple of really good choices of materials. There are a couple of points where I'm a little bit hesitant when it comes down to the build quality, but more on that in just a second. The beauty of this backpack is that it is expandable. You have basically a middle zipper that once you open it, the whole main compartment kind of expands. As mentioned in the introduction, I use this as an everyday carry backpack and not as a carry-on friendly travel backpack because A, I'm not traveling at the moment, but I still wanted to test it as good as possible, and B, unfortunately I got sick. Again, quick look, not a full review. This backpack with 25 liters still was a really good everyday carry backpack. Maybe slightly too big because the more capacity at least I have, the more I tend to overpack a little bit. So I prefer everyday carry backpacks that are around 20 to 22 liters capacity. But this was really good to use as an everyday carry backpack for work. And yeah, let's go over what I got inside and what I brought to work. Let's open up this bag. This is a clamshell style opening bag, but not like opening to the bottom, but more like a clamshell style suitcase opening way, so to the side, which then again underlines that this is a travel backpack and not necessarily an everyday carry backpack. Again, you can use it as an everyday carry backpack, but I feel this style of opening is more akin to travel backpacks and suitcase style. But any clamshell opening backpack, in my humble opinion, is amazing because you can easily, as you can tell here, see what's inside, pack much more easily. And if you don't want to open it up completely, you can just open it up until here and kind of treat it as top loading. But because this is clamshell style, you can only open one side a little bit further. So it is somewhat, if you saw my Able Carry Daybreaker 2 review, this one-sided clamshell opening if you don't want to open it up completely. With other clamshell style backpack where the flap opens up to the bottom, you have more leeway to kind of open up left and right and treat it a little bit better as a top-loading backpack. But with this suitcase style opening, on this one side the zipper only opens up to, I would say, a seventh of the opening of this side. So it's not as easily to utilize as a top-loading backpack like other clamshell backpack style. You can still do it, but I just wanted to kind of mention this. As many of you know, I like to nitpick on my reviews and tell you any flaw and any downside, even if they may not apply to you, someone else might consider that a trade-off. So anything that I say might be very nitpicky and might not be an issue for you, but maybe someone else might consider it a downside. So again, this side only opens up 1/7 of the whole length, and this opens up completely. So if you prefer clamshell opening backpacks to have a little bit more the ability to open up as a top-loading backpack, then this might not be for you. Now, what's inside? My noise cancelling headphones from Edifier. I reviewed them in the Daybreaker 2 review. A good budget-friendly option for noise cancelling headphones. My cap 2 liter with all of my tech equipment, my charger, SSDs. Then my Bellroy Carryology pencil case, which is my boo-boo kit. Track folding pouch as my extended EDC. My mechanical keyboard. I use the knock-free split keyboard at the moment. This keyboard is amazing. By the way, all of the items that I mentioned in this video are linked below. Those are affiliate links. With those, you won't pay more. But if you consider using one of those links, you will support this channel with a small kickback of that sale. And if you do so, you're awesome. Thank you very much. That is all that I have here in the main compartment. You have another extra zippered compartment here, also very akin to a suitcase or a travel backpack. Here I have a Patagonia, a nanopuff vest, and then here in the front you have a Quickaccess compartment that is somewhat like in the Evergoods CTB, no, please excuse if I forgot the name, you know, that one backpack that has the zipper here as a Quickaccess compartment. So you have a very good side access. Here you have a couple of slots that help you distribute all of these small items in vertical space. I have the CVV Bolt Action Pen here. What I don't like about this is these slots are open. For example, I have a power bar here and a little wet cloth for my glasses. These are small and they tend to kind of just slide out and fall off out of these slots. So I would have wished that there was some elastic or a zipper that would kind of keep that slot a little bit more tighter and closed, so items wouldn't just slide out and then just basically accumulate at the bottom of the slot. So these slots aren't as efficient inside this Quickaccess compartment as I would like. At the bottom there is a zippered compartment, so I kind of think that is not placed properly, because the pocket at the bottom, in my humble opinion, doesn't need a zipper that much as the other ones that are in the top if you use this in backpacking mode, because the slot at the bottom with the zipper, the items wouldn't slide out of that pocket anyway. So I would have preferred if the zippered pocket would be more at the top. Then in the back we have a laptop compartment that is very well padded and suspended. I have my MacBook Pro 14-inch in here, but as far as I know you can also fit a 16-inch in here as well. Another slot for a tablet, and then overall the whole compartment is very soft and has this soft felt inner lining. There is another see-through mesh pocket with a zipper where you could put your charger in, or in my case I have some tissues. I don't like to stuff my charger in that close to my laptop, because I feel that if my laptop is in this pocket and the charger would be up here, there is the risk of, this creating some form of pressure point depending on how full I packed my backpack and when I carry it, or when this falls on the ground, for example, then there would be a little bit of pressure just on this one area where my charger would lay right next to the laptop. So I do not like to put my chargers in these kind of pockets. I understand that some people like that, but I would rather put some flat items in there instead of a thick charger that would kind of pressure against my expensive laptop. Then you have a side water bottle pocket where I stored my Lark PureVis 2 water bottle, and one more hidden pocket here on the side, Quickaccess, that is fairly thin. So this is a good place for your passport or maybe your wallet, but nothing big. Okay, that was all of the items that I packed inside this Almond Oak expandable backpack.
Alright, let's talk about what I liked and what I disliked about the Almond Oak expansion backpack. As I said, Quicklook, haven't tested it properly, and this is also a prototype, so there might be a couple of things that Almond Oak might improve, might change, and that potentially aren't properly have been finished yet. So take everything with a grain of salt. This is, again, Quicklook. What I can say is I did like how you can load this bag. Like every clamshell opening backpack, it is very easy to load. The suitcase style opening is okay for an everyday carry backpack. For a travel backpack, it's amazing because since it is clamshell style opening, this also means that the bag doesn't get that, let's say, longish when you open it up. You know, when you potentially are in a hotel room and you have only small areas where you can lay your bag. Personally, I feel that opening it up clamshell style gives you a little bit more options where you can put the bag instead of having, like, when you clamshell open it up in this direction, right? It generates a footprint that is double the length of the bag. I hope I explained that correctly. But if you open it up suitcase style, it is more squarish, and I feel it is a little bit easier to kind of put somewhere. But that's probably just me. For an everyday carry backpack, I did not really like that on this side. You basically, due to the way it opens up, it isn't as top loading openable as other backpacks. So there's somewhat of a trade-off that you need to keep in mind. With everything that are loaded inside, you could argue, oh, you only loaded up for everyday carry. However, my everyday carry is much heavier than, I would say, most other people's everyday carry, because I have a mechanical keyboard, I have a laptop, I have a fully loaded out Evergoods Cap 2 liter. So not only with cables, but also with the mouse, GAN charger, a small little gaming device. I have pouches, a large water bottle that is out of aluminium. So everything is very heavy. And when I carried this bag, it was very comfortable to carry around. The shoulder straps are comfortable. However, what I noticed is I do not really care about the construction of where the shoulder straps are attached. I feel they are very durable. However, I don't know. It just doesn't feel very confidence inspiring. I don't know, for the lack of a better word. And again, I really want to emphasize this is a prototype. This might be changed, but I feel like the connection point here, it just doesn't feel as premium or as high quality like other bags that I have been reviewing in the past. This is perceived quality. It feels durable. It feels like, yeah, you can somewhat abuse it, but I do not perceive it as high quality just because it feels a little bit thin. Not sure how to describe it better. However, as I said, fully loaded, this felt very comfortable to carry. Continuing maybe with some things that feel less premium in a way is this side handle on both sides. While I do appreciate that there are side handles, this is basically just some webbing that is good to have. I understand why Almond Oak potentially didn't want to pad it, because if you would add padding, this bag or this side would get bulkier, and I feel it is to some degree a good choice not making this unnecessarily bulky, but it just doesn't feel that great to carry around, especially if this is fully loaded, because this webbing will just kind of dig into your hands if this is very fully loaded. There aren't any strap and organizers on this shoulder strap. That is definitely something that I always dislike. I want and I need some strap and organizers. This is really important. The back panel, yeah, nothing to write home about. It's okay. It feels basic. Again, prototype or pre-production unit, maybe this will change, but this doesn't feel that premium compared to other bags that I have reviewed in the past. However, I do understand that you kind of want to make some compromises, because the way this back panel is designed, it makes the bag more lightweight and less bulky, and because it is less bulky, it doesn't get in your way if you, for example, put it into an overhead compartment or underneath in front of you in an airplane. As I always say, there's always a compromise. There's always something that people would consider a benefit can also be kind of considered a negative or a trade-off. Maybe this doesn't apply to you, but for other people, they will say, oh, I don't really like that back panel. Other will say, oh, I like the back panel because it is very minimalistic and therefore it is much easier to handle and to maneuver around. Next up, the quick access compartment here on the side. While I do like that it is side opening and gives you slots for vertical distribution of all of your items in this compartment, I really dislike that this one slot doesn't have a zipper, nor does it have an elastic to keep the items here in place. So when you walk, all of the items basically will just jump out, slide to the bottom, and accumulate here at the bottom of that compartment, which makes these slots basically, in my humble opinion, a little bit useless. Unless you have a big item that kind of occupies the whole space of this slot and therefore from a physical standpoint doesn't have a chance to kind of slide out, yes, then this is useful. But I obviously want to load whatever inside, and anything that is smaller has the potential to just jump out, slide to the bottom, and then bulks up here. Yeah, that is why I think this is somewhat useless, or at least could be improved. Maybe they will change this in the final version. The expandability that you can get via this middle zipper, where you can open it up and then just expand it for 5 extra liters of capacity. This is a great idea. I really like this, and for anyone traveling, I think this is a huge plus for this bag, because it is so easily to expand, but then again, zip it up again and then, compress it to 25 liters. This is a great feature, and for traveling, it is amazing. Looking at the bag, as you can see here, it is a very, how can I say it, vanilla, bland looking backpack. Obviously, some people want this because this will attract less eyes of potential muggers or thieves, and this isn't that attention grabbing. But to me, I think while I can see that that is a benefit, I think this bag is really boring looking, and I'm really sorry. I kind of see why it is supposed to look like this, because it is a travel backpack, but I kind of wish there would be something that would make this kind of look apart a little bit. But that's just me. That is very subjective. I can understand that some people will like this. It is a very minimal looking, and in terms of features also minimal backpack, and I think that is definitely a good thing, because it doesn't get in your way with too many features, too many compartments. There are some things that I would like to be improved, like the quick access pocket here, and the shoulder straps could be a little bit more confidence inspiring. But overall, this is a very solidly made backpack. Good choices of materials, besides the shoulder strap that, again, I perceive as not that great, but I don't know if maybe they are really strong and I perceive it the wrong way. As I said, Quicklook, pre-production unit, don't know yet. But besides those issues that I have, it is very well made. The features are great for a carry-on friendly backpack, but for an everyday carry backpack, I do wish some improvements. As I said, the quick access compartment here in the front, maybe another small quick access compartment would be really cool. Build quality, choice of materials, features, great bag, definitely worth checking out. In terms of look, for me personally, a little bit boring. Yeah, what do you think about this Almond Oak expandable backpack? Is this something that you like? Is this something that you would use on a daily basis, or would you use it only for carry-on traveling? Let me know in the comment section below. And again, if you consider getting any of these items, maybe this backpack or the items that are loaded inside, check out the affiliate links in the description below. With those, you won't pay more, but you will support this channel with a small kickback of that sale. And if you want to check out a different carry-on backpack, check out the video up here. YouTube thinks that you like the video down here, and don't forget to subscribe by clicking the button up here. I see you in the next video. Thank you very much.